Growing up, I was never considered the smart one. I didn't win awards, I wasn't top of the class, my report cards had more room for improvement than extra grades. And for the longest time, I thought that meant I wasn't going to go far. But over time, I started to notice something weird. Some of the people who were seen as smart, like genius level, debate team, chess club, read 400 books a year smart, were making decisions that didn't make any sense. Taking on massive debt for a business idea they didn't even test, staying in toxic jobs because they invested too much time to leave, getting stuck in overthinking loops and doing nothing at all. Meanwhile, I just kept doing my thing, taking action, making decisions based on what I knew, what felt right, and what I was willing to learn. And somehow I started getting results, wins that people didn't expect, progress that looked like luck, but really came down to something else entirely. That's when it hit me. Being smart doesn't mean you always make good decisions, and not being conventionally smart doesn't mean you can't. Here's the thing, most bad decisions, they're not caused by a lack of intelligence, they come from ignoring your emotional state, or not recognizing your own biases, or overestimating what you know and underestimating what you feel. A lot of people confuse intelligence with decision making, but honestly, they're two separate skills. Smartness is about learning fast, maybe solving problems in your own head, but decision making, that's experience, discipline, being clear on what matters, and having the guts to act even when the answer isn't obvious. I've met people with PhDs who couldn't make a basic life choice without spiraling, and I've met folks who barely made it through school but built businesses, raised families, and kept their heads clear under pressure. And that doesn't surprise me anymore, because when you're not labeled as smart, you learn to rely on something else. You build judgment, you learn from doing, you stay humble because you have to. And that humility makes you pay attention to what works, what doesn't, and how to spot the difference. You listen more, you trust your gut, but only after you have thought it well. And while some people are still caught in loops of analysis paralysis, trying to think their way to a perfect answer, you've already taken 3 steps forward. And here's what I've come to believe, being smart is a nice bonus, but wisdom, that's what wins. Wisdom comes from living, from falling on your face and learning the shape of the floor, from knowing your limits but not letting them define you, from choosing the long term even when the short term is easier. So if you've ever felt not smart enough for a job, a project, a relationship, a dream, let me say this. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be the one who learns, reflects, and decides. That's what makes the difference. And that's what makes you dangerous in the best possible way.